Hi Scorpios, welcome to your reading. Happy 2025. I know this reading's coming a little bit late, but I think it's going to be a good one. The themes that are coming through as I'm meditating on your energies are abundance, so much that you don't even know what to do with it, and making room for that abundance in 2025. So, yeah, thank you for being here. This is Barefoot Mama Intuitive Reading. I'm going to start giving away one free monthly reading again this year. So if you'd like to win a free reading, please put free reading in the comments of this video or any other video until the end of January, which is the last day of each month, 131. Thank you for being here. If you want to book a personal with me, you can do so at the Etsy linked in the description box below. Or if you're in Northern California, I read at a brick and mortar space called The Sweetest Little Life. You can check it out. Thanks for being here. So, what do we have going on for Scorpios in this reading? Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energies back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all, and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please cut any energetic cords or ties to energies or entities no longer serving us for our highest good. Send those energies on to the next greatest plane of existence to finish out their karma there. Kali, please also assist in cutting these cords. Mother Mary, please bring compassion to this reading. Amen, amen. So let it be. Jai Ma Kali. Alright, what do we got here? So I want to read from the Chamunda. This one's cool. 31. That's interesting because I was like, the last day of January, which is 131. Chamunda is what's coming through for you for this Kali Oracle is the one I want to pull from for your overall energies. And I think it's because in 2025, again, like the energy that's coming through is you have so much abundance coming in that you don't really know what to do with it. I say that because I sat down to do your reading and I had to like refresh my whole altar and sage and do Palo Santo and then like rearrange all my crystals. And I realized all this stuff has been given to me from friends and family and people I teach yoga to and do readings for, and I'm like, wow, there's all this. So that was just particularly notable sitting down to this reading. I don't think timing is a coincidence. Chamunda, her unerring instinct for spiritual protection arises spontaneously, even when we do not realize we need it. Sometimes we don't realize just how far we've become entangled in that which is not good for us. We do not realize we need Kali's powerful intervention. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Holding the space for an inner or outer conflict to be resolved involves discipline. Chamunda is the fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline needed to conquer a difficult situation. She is with you now. Interesting. That's weird. I don't really feel like this is your energy currently. We'll see. Wild Black Chamunda is a ferocious warrior goddess. She takes her name from Chanda and Munda, two great demons whom she defeated. Thus, her name is a symbol of gaining power. Her presence indicates that you shall not only overcome an obstacle, but gain complete mastery over the energies that gave rise to it. Ooh, you shall never be troubled by it again. I know what this is about. I mean, it's about overcoming lack mentality. It's about things coming up to trigger you that trigger lack mentality and you mastering exactly what that looks like, what that trigger is, and overcoming it. So, this last year for Scorpios, I feel like I'm not even going to continue reading. Thank you. That's very clear. Um, okay, hold on. Swathed in blood, red light, representing her life force and power. Chamunda has multiple arms, which indicate her divine activity. The skull and crescent moon resting atop a funeral pyre form her crown, symbolizing her status as a goddess of death and karmic retribution. Yet she's protective. Her three deeply socketed eyes are so intense they are said to burn away the evil in all worlds and dimensions. That's so cool. She provides protection from destructiveness, including gossip and other kinds of black magic, which, not unlike gossiping, uses intention, words, and actions to work against another's well-being. Chamunda is referred to as queen by her soul tribe, a group of ancient mother goddesses known as the Matrikas. She's the only one worshipped independently and the only one not connected to a masculine consort. She is an independent, fierce, and unique emanation of the wild feminine power of Devi, the great divine goddess. She's an expression of Kali, referred interchangeably with Kali Ma in the Puranas, ancient Hindu texts that date back more than 2,000 years. Okay, so cool. I wanted to keep reading because it's just like a really cool picture. If there's anything to represent Scorpio, like image wise, I couldn't think of a better one. Goddess of death and transformation, karmic retribution, 505 on the timer. She's scary. She is scary looking, but everything that she represents is positive. So I say that this is really interesting in terms of spiritual protection and not even knowing you need it. I was gifted this deck by my significant other, and it was gifted to him by his ex. And I don't think she has any ill will or anything, but I did like smudge this and clear it, and I was like, I wonder if I should be using this. It's a beautiful deck with beautiful artwork. Um, and I think that it comes to me in terms of this message of mastering karmic energies, understanding like how to wield your power and be safe. Also, though, the lack mentality was coming through heavily. This red indicates the root chakra or Muladhara, and it's divine feminine power. It's rooted in the blood of creation, the primal blood of birthing. So there's a lot to be said here about you learning how to wield your power. What I wanted to say initially, Ace of Pentacles, yeah, abundance is coming through for sure, is that 2024 was a year of mastering karmic energies for Scorpio. Pluto finally moved out of our sign, and I feel like it was like closure, 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 one thing after another after another. And I read, if you look through any of my readings over the past year, you'll see that they go through phases of energetic, like energetically arising, and then sort of naturally closing out over the period of about I'd say a month, because I think when you set intentions at the new moon, as we were doing pretty consistently last year, and then watch them manifest, they close out at the next new moon or by the next new moon. Yeah, so the Ace of Pentacles is coming in for you. I think you're recognizing your power to be able to do this, for one, but also there might be some generational patterns on a sort of macrocosmic scale that have interrupted your bloodline. The blood is coming through in this card for multiple generations. Um, and you're overcoming it. This is interesting because the red in this card is almost the same color red as the red in this card. And I haven't used these cards ever, so I don't know what the card looks like. I got one reading from them. There's two towers in this Ace of Pentacles. That's quite interesting. Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Somebody's gossiping about you. Five of Swords, that's the second time this came up. Five of Swords I'll sometimes see as gossip because swords can recommend, or excuse me, swords can indicate communication. But the Knight of Pentacles, especially with her head turned here, this is like a she, right? Riding this horse. The Knight of Pentacles as a she is a really cool depiction, and just totally bare naked, no armor, no nothing. It's like the feminine version of the Knight of Pentacles. You're not even paying attention. If people are talking about you, you're like, whatever, I'm doing my thing, planting the seeds for the future, and you're having a good old time, which is awesome. But I think that you're not entirely unaware, Queen of Cups, you're just compassionate. You understand that people's negative feedback to whatever it is that you're doing, especially as you're experiencing a glow up or abundance or a sense of ease in your life, all of the above, is rooted in their insecurities, in their desire to embody in their own lives whatever it is they see in yours that they feel they're lacking. And so this allows you to have compassion for them and the situation, as well as compassion for yourself. I mean, interesting. We'll get into that. Ace of Cups too. Ooh, I love this. You have two aces flanking your reading with a knight and a queen, and then just this like sort of petty Five of Swords. This could also be you overcoming any negative self-talk, you understanding a thought pattern. We did have 505 on the timer at the beginning of the reading, and this is card 5, the Five of Swords. So you might just be changing like a deeply entrenched thought pattern. In fact, I think that's what it is. Gossip might be occurring, but I don't even think you care about that. I think it's about you're just working on you. Like, what is my mind doing to put me in this situation? You're recognizing the places in your mind that are, I want to say, infected, like a mind virus, by subconscious conditioning. You're just seeing it for what it is, and you're asking Chamunda to just burn away the illusions of those narratives. Nine of Wands, the Fool, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, whoa, and Judgment, no way. Oh my god. Wow. Sorry, the Nine of Wands under the Ace of Pentacles says, you know, you're mastering how to set your boundaries with compassion. You're mastering anything that you've been through that created a situation wherein you were a victim who had to transmute the pain of a situation to survive. Anything where you went from victim to survivor to, you know, a new journey, like all the ego deaths you've experienced, you've mastered this energy of stepping into something new with total faith, because you know that you're the creator of your own reality, because you've worked with the divine, you've worked in tandem with natural law, you've explored the esoteric, most likely. You've spent a lot of time doing this too, the Knight of Pentacles, over and over again with intention. You've intentionally gone through your life recognizing every time an ego mask dropped that this was something you were asking the universe to show you. And now you're experiencing karma for it in like the best way possible. Queen of Cups, because of the compassion and the compassionate space that you've held, the universe is bringing back this compassion upon you tenfold, and you're stepping into the Ace of Cups, Judgment, a totally new resurrection. That's intense. Those are super beautiful, intense energies. These are intense, beautiful cards as well. The runes just fell. I can't say that that is for, this is the Fool. I can't say that this is for, it's a coincidence, so we'll use the runes. The Magician, just really beautiful cards. I think these are mainly female. The Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, look at that. Gorgeous. Just like beautiful, beautiful cards. Ace of Cups. What is this tarot deck called? It's just called the Wheel of Fortune Tarot. Designed and printed by Shenzhen? Yeah, sorry. Okay. So, the runes called, and we shall answer. What have you to say? Oh, these runes are green and gold. They are specifically for manifesting abundance. Oh my god. Okay. So cool. We have a lot of upright runes. I don't even know that I can read them all. I'm going to move all of the blank ones. I feel like these blockages are blockages you're well aware of. Protection reverse. Interesting. So on top of the Ace of Pentacles, we have Gabo, gift. Somebody's giving you a gift. Okay. On top of the Fool, we have Wunjo, or joy, between the Nine of Wands and the Fool. You know that joy is the ultimate transmitter or transmuter. Like, follow your bliss, right? That's what Joseph Campbell said. So you're not only learning how to do this, you've mastered this. You've mastered stepping into joy regardless of where you're at. Let's see. On the Five of Swords, we have Aurochs, power, Uruz, and we have man. Man is, holy crap. What is that? You might have trauma with men. This is like a female oriented deck, and then you have Chamunda, the queen of the queens. And then you have the runes saying power and man on the Five of Swords. You may have been overpowered by a man. The person who originally owned this deck had some unsavory past connections with Well, she had past connections with unsavory men. Heritage with the Knight of Pentacles. This may have been something inherited in your family as well. Just an imbalance of the recognition of power towards men. And I don't say that as a man hater in any way, shape, or form. I love and respect um, my significant other. I love and respect other male figures in my life, and I've also been a victim of abuse and moved into survivor mode where instead of being wondering why me, I was like, what next? But there's something here about overcoming that. Nothing besides heritage or estate came from the Knight of Pentacles. You may be being gifted something by somebody and wondering if you can trust it. We can look into that more. On the Magician, you have all kinds. So right between the Fool and the Magician, you have Rido, the Road. You might go on a road trip with somebody. Awaz, Strength, Wunjo, Joy. Excuse me. Niedis, Need. Jera, Year or Yield or Harvest. And Hail, Hagel or Havoc. And on the Wheel of Fortune, you have Ingwaz, Living, and Wealth. Because you feel, because you feel that you're lucky to be alive, because of the things that you have been through, you understand how lucky you are to be alive in each moment. And so you live in the present, you live in joy, you live in appreciation of all of the people and places and things that come to you, and you allow them to come in and you allow them to go out, and therefore what is meant for you finds you and what is not meant for you leaves. You've overcome need, you've overcome vanity, you've overcome greed, you've overcome the need to feel like you need to overpower a situation to control it in order for things to happen the way they need to for you. You've let go of even the idea that things need to happen a certain way to you or for you. And because of that, you're being gifted everything. I love this reading. I almost don't want to like clarify it. I'm getting choked up over it. It's quite beautiful, this reading. Yeah. You know what, Scorpio? I sat down to do a pretty long 2025 year in reading for you, but this is a beautiful reading, and I think that message was really clear. And I think part of the interesting thing about spirituality or spirit in general as we go through these processes of like learning sometimes deeply esoteric mind-bending knowledge, just to come back to the experience of the present. The experience of it is simple. The understanding in the mind can be quite difficult, and it can create these situations where we think it has to be complex, but it's simple. This abundance is here for you, and that's it. Just welcome it in and recognize that any resistance or need to feel occupied otherwise, this came up in a yoga class that I taught today. When we sit down to sit with ourselves, our mind starts to grab onto anything else. It's interesting. And one lady commented that she was starting to get annoyed by the sounds around her during meditation. We were just processing meditation, and she said she was recognizing the pain in her body, and then the annoyance started to arise from the sounds outside of her. And we just talked about how sometimes when we feel pain, it can be difficult to just sit with your pain. Your ego wants to latch on to something else and blame it. And this is like, you went through some stuff and you could blame somebody else. You could have given all your power over to whatever or whoever hurt you, but you recognized the hurt, the condition of hurt, in them, you set your boundaries. You recognize how hard it was to set your boundaries. And you took that leap. And you're done beating yourself up over it or allowing them to interfere anymore. You've just learned all the lessons. It's like it's dissolved. I heard like sugar and water. It just dissolved. Everything is sweet. And it's like just the right amount of sweet. I'm sort of surprised Temperance isn't here. This is a beautiful reading. Here you are in your power. Okay, I'm getting ready. I was gonna stop, but I think I'm getting ready to like, yeah, get into the last little bit here. Yeah, whoever I'm reading for, Six of Swords reverse, Nine of Swords is PTSD potentially, like not being able to sleep or having nightmares because of something that takes your mind out of rest, specifically under the card the Nine of Wands, which is victimhood. The King of Cups reverse is somebody who is emotionally manipulative or very cold, or both. Although this can also indicate that you have rejected some version of yourself or even closed yourself off to the ability of your left brain to conceive. I think we talked about this, to conceive of um, what it is that is meant for you. You've sort of handed this over to the universe. Page of Wands reverse. You're not trying to actively create, because you have been. You've sort of released your manifestations over to the universe, and it's like there are no secrets around what's coming for you. You're quite aware. This is interesting. You may even be like, you may even be so caught up. Caught up isn't the right word. You may even be so enmeshed in your faith, in your ability to manifest, or in the universe, or that the universe will provide, that sometimes you see something in reality and you wonder if your reality just shifted. Like, you might even be wondering, is this even real? And you've started to put a stop to those doubts. That's what this is this year. Like, you understand the magic of the universe, the way that it can deliver from its ultimate abundance, its endless abundance. Especially if you just offer yourself into that flow with compassion and joy. Those are the main ingredients, right? Compassion and joy and presence. Even like childlike wonder. The King of Pentacles, look at that. Yeah, you've mastered your security. At the risk of lingering too long over these energies, we'll release them back to the universe and say thank you. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, I'll see you all soon. Thank you for your patience. Again, if you want to enter to win a free reading, you can just put free reading in the comments of this video or any other video until the end of the month, and I'll choose a winner then. Otherwise, Happy New Year.